Hey folks, we're going to start our next video on lab scopes and we're going to continue on building on it. So stay tuned. We'll be right there in just a second. Alrighty, folks, lab scopes. Now I'm going to talk about the setup, and this is just going to be one style of lab scope, and it's going to be different with this lab scope you might buy. You might buy the one that's pretty much like this, but this will give you some basics. And one of the things I wanted to point out, this is actually what you have to remember it is voltage over time. So your voltage is going to be your vertical divisions up, and we'll talk more about divisions in just a second here. And your time is going to be the horizontal part. So vertical, voltage, horizontal, time. All right. So depending on which scope you get, this actually one actually has it set up right now for a 20 volt sections, and we can see up to at 2 volt divisions going up. So this one is a 10 by 10, I believe. Yes, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 2 volt divisions, and yours might be a little bit different. You might just say 2 volts, and then it'll divide it up in 10 different sections up to 2 volts that way. And then also we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divisions across this way too. So we have a 10 by 10. Some will be an 8 by 10 or 10 by 8. It just really depends on what kind of lab scope you buy. So we know that we can actually change the actual, by looking at the screen, we can actually change the voltage divisions depending on what we need. So this is up to 20 volts right here. We can actually change it down up to, 50, and we can actually go a little farther. We may even go to 400 400 volts, or we can go the opposite direction. We can actually break it down. So maybe we're just looking at a sensor or something like that, and it's only putting out maybe 5 volts. So we can actually break it down to that. So it really depends on what you are measuring at the time. And then we have time sequences. So how much time is going across the screen? Right now, we have 1 second. So each one of these are divided up into different divisions of milliseconds as we go along. So we can actually break them down even farther. So we can go up to 20 seconds, and then we can go back down to milliseconds, and then we can go into microseconds too. Again, it just depends on what you're actually measuring. And then we'll take and look at the screen, and we go into some major and some most scopes have an actual feature where you look at divisions, and then you can actually dissect them a little farther. These divisions can help us see at a glance that what time the time and the voltage is at a trace. So it makes it a little bit easier, and it makes it a little bit clearer for us to do it that way. And sometimes some of the lab scopes will actually let you blow them out and look a little finer on things. And then here's a minor division. So we actually blew it out, and we can actually bring it out to a point where we go beyond this, and we can actually see this. It shows me that I have an actual minor division going on here, and we kind of blew up this major division to show minor divisions, and we can actually see 5 vertical minor divisions and 10 horizontal divisions with a current voltage setting of 20 volts. With 2 volt minor, this will actually get us down to the 400 millivolt area. So this will help us understand a little bit closer what we have going on. and maybe you've got something that you really want to look really, really close on, maybe a little bit of a glitch going on, and you want to see exactly where it's at. And then of course, remember that we always have voltage over time, and make sure you understand, because this is really, really important, that you get the voltage over time and how your lab scope is set up. The best thing to do is get a hold of the owner's manual. I will be putting up specific scan tools, or I should say lab scopes and scan tools and voltmeters as we go along, as soon as I get the time to do all this. So look forward to future videos as we go along. That's it for now. Have a good day. Take care now.